Today's episode of New Jersey Living, we are in Hillside, New Jersey. And Hillside is a location similar to a few other locations that we've recently visited, somewhat under the radar. There's some reasons because of that, and we're going to dive into that a little deeper in the next segment when we get into some of the logistical dynamics that factor into market demand. But Hillside is a location that is very much in close proximity, not just close proximity, neighboring to a few of our more recent episodes. So Hillside is neighboring to Weequahic, which is a section of Newark. That was an episode. Union is another neighboring town. This directly right beside us. Where we are right now, we're at Conant Park. I'm going to pan around in just a second just to give you a better view. You can probably see playground here behind me. We're just a little north of Kane University in Union, where we filmed our Union episode. So this is a park location, and it's a very nice park, not extremely large, about 6,200 acres, so a good amount of acreage, but a lot of it is wooded, as you're going to see in the next location that I'll be right now. I'm going to pan now. Right now I'm on the basketball court. And beside the basketball court is an open field. There's also a softball, baseball field just beyond that. And then we have playground right here just behind me. What I really appreciate about this park is it has like the real cushiony surface for the playground. So when kids are running around, fall down, you're not falling on blacktop. And likewise, a portion of the walking trail is that same cushiony material, so it doesn't have that same type of impact on walking with your knees and joints and things like that. So that little things I really appreciate. So the park itself, we're in a nice, beautiful spring day on a weekday, so not extremely crowded, just young, very young children and some residents just kind of walking the trail here. Very nice trail. Great option to have in town, because in Hillside there's not a lot of open park space here. So if there is a park, there's another park other than Conant, but this would be probably the primary one if you're going for a walk, taking kids out for a playground type of experience. So we're going to take a deeper dive in just the next segment. Stay with us. I'll see you at the next spot. Welcome to New Jersey Living. My name is Corey Jones, and I'm a real estate agent here in New Jersey with Prestige Properties. And my job is to bring content like this to viewers like you. Our aim is to bring 5-star quality content to this channel that matches our 5-star ratings for clients like these that you see all around. We aim to give more insights and general information about neighborhoods throughout New Jersey, mostly the suburbs of New York City. So when it comes to, of course, real estate, the dining scene, iconic locations, social and entertainment spots, this is content that we always provide, and we ask that if you are interested in these items, please do click like, subscribe, and the notification bell. To join the family of over 1,000 subscribers, thank you for all those Jersey hunters that have been following along. Those who are new, welcome. If you ever have any questions, which we have a lot of comments that are coming in, I'm finally catching up with a lot of these comments in terms of my responses. But if you need something immediate, please do contact me. I have a Calendly link that's in the details. I also have my phone number and my email address. So by all means, look in the description. Feel free to use my contact number to reach out if you have any questions or specific needs. So as I said in the opening segment, we are here in Hillside. So I am in a different location right here along the walking trail. And this is kind of where the trail divides. Just behind me, as you can see right now, is closed off. This bridge, no doubt, based on my observation, is probably being maintenance pretty soon. So there's no traffic going across it right now, across the creek right here behind me. But this walking trail that I'm standing on right now is blacktop. However, the trail that's just behind me is, again, that more soft cushion material for people to be able to walk on a bit more comfortably. Hillside, as I said, opening scene, has begun to get a lot of real traction over the past few years. This market has not had tremendous demand, and we're going to get into the reasons why as we dive into the big three. So those who are new to the channel, two things recognize right off the bat: we cover the most recent sales over the past 30 days. And the reason why we focus on sales, we want to get an understanding of the performance of the current market. What type of market activity is going on at the moment? Right now we're early April, and that'll give you in 2023. So that'll give you some context on what's happening in the market right now. So that's one thing that we're going to always identify. The other thing that we're going to always identify are what I call the big three. What creates demand in the market in northern New Jersey? One of them is proximity to New York City. Secondly, local train station. And third, school ratings. So here for Hillside, proximity. As I throw up the map of Hillside, you see that we are right here just west of the Newark Airport, just north of Kean University. We are very close to New York City. Easy commute into the city within 35-40 minutes without traffic. All right, so that's a check for proximity. Train, there is no local train in Hillside. So I'm not going to give a check there. There are train options that are relatively local because, as I mentioned, we are just north. And by just north, I mean within 8 to 10 minutes, we can be on the Kean University campus. It's that close to get to a train station because, of course, if you've seen my Union episode, the train station is right there on campus for Kean University in Union. There's also the Elizabeth. The Elizabeth trains are not far here. Elizabeth is another neighboring town to Hillside. So there's trains close by, and there's always bus service as well. But train, I'm not going to give a check for that. So then we get to school ratings. School ratings for Hillside, I always refer to niche.com, not my own subjective opinion. The schools are rated as a C. And those who have seen my episodes prior to this one, you know I reserve a check mark for an A rating on niche.com. All right. So 1 out of 3 checks kind of spells out why there's not that high demand in Hillside. But you're going to see with the properties that we view today and the neighborhoods that we're in, why it's starting to get attention. Because if schools, public schools, are not a major issue for a family with school-aged children, this is going to be something that you're going to consider. Or if you don't have children in general, this is going to be an option because it gives you have quality neighborhood options here in Hillside with real quality value. And we'll see that just a few minutes as we get into our home tours. So this is giving you a little bit of a taste of why this market, maybe doesn't perform as high as, let's say, a Union or a Springfield, most certainly a Maplewood and a South Orange, which again are not far. Bloomfield is another location that I wouldn't say is exactly comparable because Bloomfield does have that train station, but it's been a similar dynamic as in historically, Bloomfield was not necessarily a target location, but has become more of that over the past 5 years. So Hillside is not a mirror reflection of that really, but there are elements of that show the same, that you have quality neighborhoods, quality homes where price value has not been the same as some of the local towns like a Maplewood, like a Union, like a Springfield, and people can find bargains here. All right, so we're going to obviously get into our tour right now. Thanks again for joining, and I'll see you at the first stop. Here we are at our first stop, 115 Virginia Ave. Going to pan up a little so you can see the full profile of the property. This was a 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath. There's a deck in the back. I'm going to try and get to the side view of the property. You can see maybe a portion of the deck from there. Listed at $450. Yeah, there. I think you can see a little bit back there. Listed at $450, sold at $455. About a month and a half on the market. All right, so for 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath, mid 400s is certainly a bargain buy in comparison to what we've seen in local markets. And by local, I'm talking Union, I'm talking Maplewood, Springfield's not far from here either. Gonna pan around, you can see a lot of similar construction of a certain colonial style from probably right in the anywhere from late 30s to early 50s. I would lean more late 30s and 40s for this given style. So no driveway though, no driveway. And I took a quick look to see if the driveway next door was for this property and wasn't, so street parking only. So that is what I consider to be a limiting factor on how high you can stretch up if you don't have that driveway opportunity. All right, and another thing I have to consider as well is, does a given property lot allow for a driveway, right? So you at times may not have room for a driveway to be even in front of the home, and it's not much of an option, so that's another limiting factor. So this is first stop, mid 400. We're gonna work our way up, all in the same neighborhood, but this location, nice quiet neighborhood. Was the home newly renovated? No, but well maintained. And that, I would say, from the exterior, the aesthetic in the neighborhood tends to be the same. Not a lot of new renovation per se, but very, very well maintained homes. So we're gonna skip a few blocks over. I'll see you at the next stop. Stop number 2, we're at 47 Looker. 47 Looker, different scenario when it comes to parking. As you can see, there is not only driveway, but there is a 2-car garage behind that vinyl fence right there. So that factor alone, having driveway, 2-car garage, and vinyl fencing, all factor into a faster sale and most cases even improve market value. I'm gonna pan up a little so you can see the full profile. This one, 4-bedroom, 2 full bath, and a finished basement. All right, so that again is going to factor into either speed of sale and or the price point. So this was listed at $459, sold at list 17 days on the market. Right, so let me pan around so you'll see, just like, or very much like our previous destination, you have very, very similar colonial style homes throughout the neighborhood. Very, very well maintained homes throughout this block. This is again a nice quiet neighborhood. This is some of those dynamics that from a price point standpoint, you'd be very challenged for other locations to find something at that same kind of value, which again points to the benefit of Hillside. Right, so we've got pretty much all these homes that we're featuring today are in the same general neighborhood. We're going to skip a few more blocks to check out the next destination. I'll see you there. Third stop here, we are across the street from 28 Ridgeway Ave. This is our first renovated property on today's tour. So this one was a new renovation, so it was renovated both interior and exterior. List price was $479, sold at $489. 3-bedroom, bath and a half, and as you can see, they have driveway, and there is a 2-car detached in the rear. This is not far where we are in terms of location from Route 22. It's only about 2 blocks from where we are right now, which means to the airport is probably, to Newark Airport from here is about a 15-minute drive. Very, very convenient from where we are right now. Directly off of Broad, so some may not be, in terms of preference, want to be that close to the main road, but in this case it didn't make a difference because there was 10 days on market for this particular property. All right, so this is number 3. We're edging a little closer to 500. We'll start to see what that above 5 looks like in the next 2 views. All right, so I'll see you there. Enjoy some of the road footage. Stop number 4, we're here at 132 Fairbanks Street. This is another example of a renovated property. This one, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. List price was $557, sold at $587. I want to give you a little bit of a view of driveway, and there is a detached garage in the back. However, appears to be a one car, but perhaps just storage, not necessarily a car parking inside. But you can see the vinyl fencing in the back to give a little privacy. Again, this was renovated, and the general neighborhood, although lot sizes are pretty similar to what we've seen, there are a few properties with larger footprints. Primarily next door right here, you can probably see there's a bit of a larger footprint that is there. And general neighborhood, you might have noticed street is a little wider here, two-way street. We've been on a couple streets that have been one way, and this is definitely tucked away into a side street of the neighborhood. Generally speaking, we're still in that section of Hillside that's just north of Kane University, bordering Union. So we're still relatively easy drive to a train station, but it's a tucked away side street, stays relatively quiet, homes very well maintained, and in this case, newly renovated, 4-bed, 3.5 bath. So this is what it looks like to get into the 500s here for Hillside. One more stop is going to be at Salem, which we're right around the corner from that one. We're going to see what the 600 range looks like here in Hillside to conclude the episode. So enjoy some more road footage, and I'll see you there. Here we are at the final stop, 1224 Salem Ave. We're here on a corner lot, as you can see. I'm going to flash up 3 different photos of this one because there's a corner lot and it's a relatively deep property, so there's a garage back there. I wanted to give you a good view of both the side and the front here. This property listed and sold at 600. It was put on the MLS only for comparison purposes only, which means this deal was essentially secured without having to be marketed on the MLS. All right, so sometimes you may have an agent that had this as an off-market property perhaps and found a buyer, or it may have been a situation where I've had this in the past where before the property went live on the market, we had a buyer approach us in advance, just getting word in the neighborhood that the property was going up for sale, and we sold before it even hit MLS. So again, it was for just comparable purposes only. So listed, sold at 600, and that's a relative list, not a true active. But 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath. You saw the photo on the side with the 2-car garage. This is very much a matter of the size of this property. Salem is somewhat of a main thoroughfare, not like the main like Broad Street is for Hillside, but still for a neighborhood road, this would be a more common road that has traffic lights and what have you. But with that being said, it's not a heavy traffic place from people who are traveling from town to town, but more so in the neighborhood kind of travel. All right, so this is what 600 looks like for Hillside, which is a very, very sizable property. I want to step by just to give a full profile across the street a little so you can see, get a little profile of the upstairs as well. Like there is a lot of square footage to this given property, hence the price point. Panning around, you can see that there are larger properties and larger lots on this section of Salem where we are right now, and hence market value is going to be a bit higher as well. So this is a taste of Hillside. So I hope you've enjoyed the ride. Again, please do click like, subscribe, and notification bell if you want to stay updated on upcoming episodes. If you've looked at my channel or just scrolled through my list of videos, you know I cover all locations. These are areas that I've done business through. I've done business from Middlesex, Somerset, all the way up into Bergen and Passaic, and of course Hudson, Essex, Union, northern-ish Middlesex. I've somewhat my home base. Most of my sales are in those areas, but I cover a lot of ground, so I do cover a lot of towns with this channel. But whether you're looking for suburbs or you're looking for more urban, inner city, we do cover it all. If you have any, again, questions, comments, please welcome any comments here. It's a community. Keep it positive. And if you have any specific needs of your own, take a look at my details. All right. Again, I have a Calendly link, and my number, my business number, and my email address are posted. So feel free to reach out. So until the next time, stay safe and stay tuned to New Jersey Living.